We know that exercise has a ton of really great longevity benefits, but is fat burning one of them? In other words, do you need to be using exercise in order to achieve a weight loss goal? I'm going to be diving into the details on exercise and fat burning in today's video. All right, guys, if you're new to my channel and you don't know who I am, my name's Autumn and I'm a certified clinical nutritionist with my master's nutrition human performance. All right, so first let's just talk a bit about the exercise perks, because this is really important to understand as well. Pairing a really balanced exercise routine with great nutrition has so many great benefits. Note that is when you do exercise the right way. I have a whole video on how I break down my exercise routine right here. Research has found that you can improve your insulin sensitivity and type 2 diabetes risk. Resistance exercise has also been found to help improve bone density and muscle mass. Not to mention there's even been some really interesting research that a well-balanced exercise routine can even help alleviate symptoms of depression. But when it comes to weight loss, do you actually need to be working out in order to achieve a weight loss goal? And to be honest, the research is a bit out on this one. Because first of all, we know that it is very possible to achieve weight loss without any exercise at all. And a recent 2017 meta-analysis found that there's a really mixed pot of data when it comes to exercise and weight loss. Some studies show that you do achieve weight loss through exercise, while there are others that show that it wasn't really statistically significant when you just use exercise alone. However, there does seem to be some merit for using exercise for a weight loss maintenance rather than just purely weight loss. And this may be due to the fact that the amount of exercise needed to purely on its own trigger weight loss is fairly significantly high. And most people just simply don't have the time in the day to be achieving this level of exercise every single day. It also is likely to do with the fact that the body is always trying to achieve this level of homeostasis or balance, which is why when you are starting to exercise a lot more intensely, your body can have this compensating system by really significantly increasing your hunger and also typically increasing your sugar cravings too. There's also this theory of compensation for why we're not seeing the level of weight loss that you might expect when one starts to really increase exercise, because people who do exercise tend to have decreased movements throughout the day, and this in itself could be compensating for the more intense movements that you did during an exercise. And I've seen this with a ton of my own clients or AM peeps in the past, where they first dive into a really intense type of exercise routine without first addressing the hormonal aspect or how the body actually taps into fat burning mechanisms through food. And ultimately that compensation system seems to really be kicking in, where sugar cravings really skyrocket. Not to mention the whole concept of if you're over exercising, then we get the issues with cortisol and belly fat, which I have a much deeper dive video on that you can check out right here, which brings me back to this idea of exercise and weight loss. For almost every single one of the studies I found that was actually addressing if exercise helps with a weight loss goal, the one general consensus that all of these studies seem to show is that what you eat has a much bigger impact on whether or not you will achieve and maintain a weight loss goal than what you're physically doing. And this makes sense because what you're eating has such a crazy impact on our hormone levels, which hormones are secreted, whether or not we're in fat burning or fat storing mode, how hungry we're going to be, what types of foods we're going to crave. Because a common mistake that I often see is that when someone is trying to achieve a weight loss goal, the very first thing that they will do is lace up their sneakers and start being committed to an intense endurance training or intense HIIT workouts every single day. And not only is this not the best approach to weight loss, as we've noted with these multiple meta-analysis studies, but it can even sometimes make things even more difficult for you by really increasing your hunger, really increasing your sugar cravings, because you haven't addressed your food sources first, that stable blood glucose level and the increased fat burning mechanisms first. And there's a few reasons why addressing your food over your exercise first is extremely important. First of all, it allows your body to relearn how to use fat as fuel and tap into fat burning mechanisms without getting that conflicting increase in hunger from really increasing your exercise. Second, it helps to establish the habits of eating the foods that stabilize the blood glucose level, helps keep the fat storing hormone insulin down before then layering on another habit of exercise. And I seem to always get misinterpreted with this type of conversation that I'm a believer that you should never exercise, which obviously is not true. I talk about walking all the time. I talk about my cortisol balancing workout routine. It's just important to note that you don't need to be working out 2, 3, 4 hours a day in order to achieve a weight loss goal. You can do 99% of that effort by just changing what you're eating and feeling a lot more satiated, a lot higher in energy levels in the process. And then of course, once you have that down, and if you want to achieve more of those longevity benefits of improved muscle strength, toning, endurance, whatever fitness goal you might have, then you can layer that on once you've addressed your food. Because ultimately, food will have the biggest impact on whether or not you will achieve your weight loss goals. Then from there, if you want that athletic performance, fantastic. Add that in as well. So if you're looking for those details of what you can be eating, especially if losing weight and losing belly fat is your goal, I highly recommend you check out my 20 ways to lose belly fat without counting calories right here. Also, if you're new to my channel and you love the science-backed information, make sure you subscribe right here. Come out with new videos every Tuesday and Thursday. All right, guys, thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in my next video.